Hello everyone! Welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got 3 new molds. Well, I did this one before, but I think I did it in clear. So this is the Miffy one from Into Resin. So we're going to do that one in glitter. I picked lavender. It's very pretty for Easter. It's a shiny mold and it should be good. There's not a lot to do with it when it's done, so I figured let's glitter it up. These two are new. This is a rabbit and this is a Highland cow. Both obviously Easter. This cow has a carrot hanging out of his mouth with the top hat on. So this is a male cow. And I'm going to try some small tongue mica powders today. So for the cow, I'm going to go light gold. And then I'm probably going to use my finger and some acrylic paint to shade him. And then this one, I'm going to start with rose gold and deepen it slowly with the coffee because I kind of want a brown rabbit today. We did the white yesterday. I'm ready for the brown rabbit today. So I don't know how much they hold. I'm going to take a guess, mix up some resin. We don't need to debubble anything. They're all going to fit in the pressure pot today. I did order a second pressure pot. It should be here in like 5 days. So I am condensing my room and I'm making room for a second one because I did not realize how many things I need to put in there every day. So I do love it, as you know. Oh, let me get this out too. I want to make 3 new colors for, I'll probably put the glitter in here too because I know that glitter changes color a little bit. So I want to make some little butterflies for the tops of my little mica powders here so we know what they look like after demold. All right, let me grab some resin. It might be a quick day today.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright.
I'm starting with 16, hopefully. That's good. I'm thinking 3 for the rabbits. That's what I'm going to start with anyway. And I'm going to mix them separately before I go on, just in case I need more. I can't, of course, take less, but at least the brown ones I can kind of mush together if I need more in one than the other. So let's do 3 ounces. I am going to do glue. Let me see where I'm at. Oh, look at that. Almost perfect. I don't think I need that much, though. Okay. I am going to use glue. Is that not mixed? Should be. So I'll do 3 drops of glue in here. And even with the glue, that pressure pot takes the bubbles out. It doesn't take them out. It's not a vacuum chamber. I get that question a lot. Aren't they both the same thing? They work completely different. I'm thinking if the glue suspends that, that should be enough. Which the glue will suspend it, I know it will. So let's stop there. The vacuum chamber pulls the bubbles out of your resin. But then you have the chance of getting them back in your resin when you're mixing, pouring, things like that. They can go back in there. So the pressure pot, whoops, let's do the glue, squeezes. You put it under pressure with compressed air. And it squeezes those bubbles during the full cure time. That way it cures with no bubbles in there. And I take them out normally after 6 to 7 hours. And sometimes I will throw them on a heat mat depending on what they are. Like these, because of the ears I want intact, I will throw them on the heat mat after I take them out of the pressure pot for a couple hours. Okay, so that's nice and slimy. Let's see how we do here. I'm going to spritz some alcohol down in there. I'm just worried about those little ears, which in fact we can even put it through the vacuum chamber if I wanted to, but I don't know if I need to. Let me see how it does, because those ears are definitely going to have some bubbles in there. Let me find a little stir stick because getting it to go down in there is the problem with glue. Okay, I think it's in there. I don't see any more bubbles coming up. Gosh, I hope. Oh, look at that bubble came out. Let's just take our chances. Do that again. The ears are kind of tall on this one. Now it does have a little tiny face with the X over the mouth. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it through the glitter though. I'd have to search for it. Oh, look at that. I was so close. I have the tiniest bit left. Perfect. Let me move that over to my base I have next to me here. All right, we'll save that. Oh, I wanted to put a little bit of this, which I don't think it's really going to do anything because I didn't really douse it, but that's okay. We'll make one anyway. It's so hard with glue though. Grab another napkin and a squeegee. The glue makes everything more complicated. Okay, that one's good. Let's do 8, except let's do the easy one first. This one is a light gold from Small Tongue. So I want a golden brown cow. Let's see how that does first. But like I said, I normally highlight them with some acrylic paints, dry brushed on after demold. But I'll see what he looks like. I just like more dimension than one dimension color. He's got a little top hat on there with a flower, I think, and a carrot hanging out of his mouth. Let's see. I think I wanted to save 5 for the other one. Hopefully I don't overdo it. If I do, I'm just going to have to turn it the other color. 2 more ounces. Where are we at? 1 more ounce. Better to go slow. Okay, that leaves me 5. I'm just going to mix it up and pour it in. I don't know how the carrot is going to do. I know I have the cow that has the envelope and the flower hanging out of the mouths of the male and the female. And you do have to put them, you really have to work them into those 2 pieces. A vacuum chamber works really well if you have one and you get that mold. So you do have to mess around with that. So let's work on this one. We got horns to go down in there. I'm looking right now to see what we got going on. I am going to spritz. This is a matte mold, which is good for a cow, I guess. Unless you want a shiny cow. I got it into those horns, so I'm just going to squish them now. Make sure we get all the bubbles out and into that hat. Let's do that again. I need to get it past the head. Whoops. Try not to make a mess. And squish them again. I do like skipping the vacuum chamber portion. I saw a bubble come up and out. I don't know where they're coming out of. That should be good. We're going to have us a golden cow. Oh my gosh, did I guess right? Look at that! Almost perfect. I am going to put a little bit more. Let me just work some bubbles up out of there. Not that it matters. It's going to squeeze them till we can't see them anyway. But why not help it, right? 8 ounces. What a great guess. I'm just going to set that over there. Oh, we need some in. It's easier with a dotting tool in this little thing. I'm going to put it on this side so I remember what color goes to what. Okay. So that is the gold one. or light gold. Now let's do this one, which is, I'm going to start off with the light color, rose gold, and add in some dark color because I don't want to overdo the dark. A little bit of alcohol. Let's try it in here. Just the slightest bit. Whoa! See if I can get some brown tones to this. That's pretty. What do you think about that color? I can always go over it. Maybe a little tiny bit more brown. That's it. I'm not going to do any more. Oh, I guess I can't make my little butterfly. It won't be accurate. Never mind. All right, we'll get it all into here. And I won't have to clean a color out of my cup. Hopefully 5 is enough. If not, I might be pouring some of that other one in. You know what I'll do? I'm going to pour it in anyway. Oh no, I need it for the cow. I need to top it up when it's in the... Never mind. Yeah, that's a pretty color for a rabbit. I didn't have a light brown. So, I mean, this is a pinkish brown, which is kind of what I'm going for Easter. That's pretty. I like that color. I'm happy with it. All right. Let's get this over here. Now this one I'm worried about, excuse me, the ears. I have not poured this one yet. And those ears go way down deep in there, I think. I'm going to pour it slowly. And then squish out any bubbles, if there are any. Yeah, I see a couple coming out. Yep. Do that again with a little bit more. I think I got them all. I guess we'll find out when we demold it if he has ears intact. So all these bunnies that I have, you know, you want to make sure they are completely cured and cooled. Oh, I forgot to trim this mold before you demold it. Otherwise, you're going to rip those ears right off of their head, and that's not going to be nice. Okay, all I'm going to do is pop these over in the vacuum, or the pressure pot, sorry. Top them up, and we'll see what I have left. I got that under pressure, and I put the gold and the brown together in this cup. I'm going to add 1 drop of purple alcohol ink. That is Plum by Octopus Inks, because I didn't douse this with a ton of glitter, and I'm going to use them for these little pendants here. And of course I pulled the vase molds out since I have enough to do at least 2. I'm just going to fill these up, but I wanted to give that clear a little bit of color behind the glitter instead of adding more glitter. Plus it's got glue in there, so I'm kind of like fighting to keep it from flowing over. Just barely putting it in. Cutting it off. But that's pretty with the extra alcohol ink drip in there. I don't normally do that because I don't like to change the color of my glitters, but in this case I needed to add something. Let's see if we have enough for this one. Oh yeah. There. What do we got left? Let me grab my spatula. I'm sure we got enough left for 1 more. And I think I'm going to grab my black pigment dye. I only need a drop just to get each one domed. Come on, just a drop. Okay, maybe 2 drops for that one. 1 drop for that one. Just so I don't have to, look at that, the perfect amount. Just so I don't have to trim later. I need to grab a napkin here. Let me wash this off real quick. I don't like to keep it dirty with resin longer than I have to. All right, wipe this. This one was called Plum by Octopus Inks. All right. There we go. Now, whoops. I did not vacuum chamber this. Let's just drip some black in there. So we might end up with a few bubbles, but I think it'll be okay. We didn't do too bad yesterday with bubbles, and I didn't vacuum chamber it. Get this out. I thought it was clean. There's something on there. Why won't it come off? Is it stuck on there forever? There we go. Piece of glitter. Okay. Ugh, another piece. Okay. We got... My goodness. All right, let's go. Spritz, which one? We'll do the 2 big ones, I think. Gonna drop some black in there. Give it a little stir. I got glitter on this, but that's okay. And that's not gonna come out. Oops. Yeah, I lost all the black. So you know what? Never mind. Not gonna bother with it because it doesn't usually come out that great anyway on the fronts of these. If we get some, great. If not, it is what it is. Gosh, I hope I have enough for both. I really do. I don't know that I do. Oh yeah, I do. I never think I have enough, ever. And then I end up with extra. Okay, that's good. Let me dome this one. These can use just the slightest bit more. That one's good. And a little more in here. That's good. What do I do with this? I think I'll just put it in the extras mold that I pulled out. Oh, I didn't show you. I talked about it yesterday. I didn't show you the one that I chose. Let me grab that one. It's right here. So this is the face, that's the planter, and this is the base that has the face on there. So I am filling these 2 up. A little bit in each one every time I have the extra. So that's what I'll do with this. I will see ya after the comment of the day. You guys are so lucky you don't have to wait all those hours that I have to wait to unmold. It's just like a blink of an eye for you guys. So I didn't unmold this one because I think I could do it on camera. The other 2, what happened was after about 7 hours, put it on the heat mat for an hour and a half, popped the two big ones into the refrigerator, got them cooled down so I didn't have to wait extra hours to cool down because I didn't want to rip any ears off. I cannot unmold these under the camera because they are so tall. A lot of silicone here. So what I did, like I did yesterday, if you were here, spritzed alcohol around it, squished it all around. I pushed from the back and pushed it out. Once I got some of it out, I just grabbed it and yanked it out, both for the same thing. I could split the molds if you end up buying them. If you want me to split them, I can split them for you. Sometimes you need to split mold if you have hard time with your hands. So here is the two butterflies, which this one really doesn't do me any good because you can barely see the lavender. So plus it's got a bubble in there. Here's the light gold, so I'm going to put that probably on the bottom of, because I always keep everything upside down, and that is so close to the actual color. That's pretty good, to be honest with you. I like when they're close to the color, then you don't have to guess. I had a couple drippings left, so I threw it in my little squirrel, and that's all I had left. I had nothing left for the acorn. So there's my little brown squirrel, the perfect color for him. So cute. All right, here's the pendants with the glitter and the alcohol ink. Not too bad. Pretty. The glue suspended it so I don't have a bunch of glitter on the bottom. And I don't see any micro bubbles or anything. Maybe it's because of the glitter that I don't see them, but they're pretty good, all of them, because I didn't vacuum chamber these. And then let's get these out. Obviously, oh, well, I got a little bit of black. It almost looks like a mistake at this point because I didn't keep putting them in. So we're gonna dress these two up real pretty. This was the color I made all by myself. I just put both colors together. Of course, you just saw it. I'm just reminding myself because it's been basically all day. And here's the other vase. See, that looks pretty. I should have kept going with the black, but it doesn't work well in these, so I kind of give up. I'm just going to glue these together while I'm working here so they could start getting a good bond. I just use my B7000 for this because it's a nice, good bond, and then I'll just use I normally like to trim everything first, but I totally forgot, and they're not that bad. So we'll get it bonded together first, and I will take a nail file just to that back edge, just barely anything. So let's get those start to dry because I'm going to have some finish work to do today. And then we'll get that little Miffy out. I think that's her name, Miffy. I don't know much about Miffy, but that's what they tell me her name is. So, all right, I got a little glue sticking out there. There. Okay. Let's put this back on so I don't have glue going everywhere. All right, so let's get little Miss Miffy out. Hopefully it's just as easy. I don't want to put my fingers on the inside of this mold though because it is a shiny mold. And this is how I did the other one. I just didn't put alcohol in this one. So when I got some of it to come out, I just grabbed it from the bottom and wiggled the rest of it out, which is what I need to do here. Okay, there we go. That is Miffy. I was right. I couldn't remember if that was the mold or not, and that is, I got some trimming to do there. I have a flaw in my mold, so we're gonna cover up that little spot there. Just got a little smudge on her. I don't know how. I didn't put my fingers in this mold or anything, so I'm not quite sure. Could have been on the piece when we molded it or something, but a little tiny smudge there. We got a little X on the mouth right here, which I don't really know what that means, but that's what it is. Two eyes here, not too hard to find. So I'm going to trim those up. Here's the first one. Here's the little bunny. So this one is easy for all you guys who cannot do eyes. It's just got the little slit because he's smiling with his eyes closed. So all you got to do is go into that little slit with black. I'm going to shade him up a little bit. He's got a little bow on his or her collar. Since yesterday I think that's coloring that I didn't mix well somehow. I'm going to make this one a girl probably, but that's really cute. Really easy eyes. And here is the Highland cow, all in his golden glory. There's the carrot for the Easter, and then this top hat has the flower there, like I had said. So I have some work to do on this one. I did trim the bottoms. If you're new here, or you're a new subscriber and you don't know what Resin Restore is, this is my product. It's only in my eBay store, although some people who have eBay stores have purchased a couple of them and are trying to sell them for more than I sell them for, which is already more than I want to sell it for, but there's no way around that. All you do is get some on, and it kind of gets sucked right into the resin spots and restores that color. It doesn't take away your shavings or your sanding marks. It just hides them, and it brings the color back of whatever color that you had. So this is my Resin Restore if you are new to resin. I have come out with it, I don't know, a couple months now. I'm almost out of the clear bottles, thank God. I have placed an order for black bottles next, because we did have a few issues with it being left out of boxes and near windows, which I didn't know was an issue. Also, keep it in a warmer environment. But most of the time it's a window that does it. It will cure in your bottle, and you do not want to waste that much money by curing it in your bottle. So make sure if you order this, please read the description box. It says right in the title, read full description box. It also comes with a huge set of directions. Store it in your bottle. So if you end up with a clear bottle, I still have about 100 left, but they go pretty quickly. So my next 1,000 bottles will be black bottles that the UV shouldn't be able to penetrate, but still keep it in a warmer environment. All right, give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna finish up all this stuff and I'll be right back.
Michelle's in the studio late, apron full of sparkles and paint, laugh lines, coffee on the desk, hair up, humming while she checks each edge. Highland cow with a carrot grin, a little orange tip just hanging therein. She laughs, y'all, look at this guy, camera on, she holds it to the light. From glitz and glitter to every living room, she's praying you can feel it move. Thank you, Jesus, for every single view, for every heart and hurting hand tuned in to let your love pour over every room, every screen. Make your presence more than just a dream. Glitz and glitter, resin, faith and glue. Thank you, Jesus, for my viewers. They're a gift from you. Easter bunny in a brown soft coat, purple bow around its little throat, lavender shine on another one, pink tipped ears catching every sun, mini vases lined up in a row, tiny dry flowers in a gentle glow. She whispers, Lord, touch them where they are, turn the small craft table to an altar. From glitz and glitter to every living room, she's praying you can feel it move. Thank you, Jesus, for every single view, for every heart and hurting hand tuned in to let your love pour over every room, every screen. Make your presence more than just a dream. Glitz and glitter, resin, faith and glue. Thank you, Jesus, for my viewers. They're a gift from you. Hands on the peace, heart on the king. She says their names, he hears everything. Touch their houses, touch their nights, turn these little sparkles into holy light. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. From glitz and glitter to every living room, she's praying you can feel it move. Thank you, Jesus, for every single view, for every heart and hurting hand tuned in to let your love pour over every room, every screen. Make your presence more than just a dream. Glitz and glitter, resin, faith and glue. Thank you, Jesus, for my viewers. They're a gift from you.
And again, 3 characters are too much for one day. But it's okay. Here's the pendants. Just put bales on. I put some stones on the little squirrel and for his eye, so he's adorbs. Here's the two matching. I tried to match, so I matched the flowers anyway, and then stones, and I put some silver on the hearts just to make them stand out. So those are cute. Those will go as a set. Here's little Miffy. I had such a hard time picking a color for the ears, so I put a whole bunch of colors on, then it got too thick, wiped it all off with alcohol, started all over, got out the Let's Resin markers, so that's the pink from Let's Resin. Covered that little scuff mark with a little corsage, since she's all dressed up for Easter, and I put some little rhinestones at the bottom of her dress. Right around there. So that's cute. Just did her little face, put some earrings on her ears, and that's all for her. Here's the little bunny. So I put some gold on the brown to tone the brown down. Put pink. Actually, I painted the ears gold and the tail gold, which I changed. So I put pink in the ears instead. Some pink on the cheeks. Purple bow for you purple lovers. And I put a white cottontail on this one because the little brown buddies in my neighborhood, they have white tails, so I thought she should too. So just outline the eyes. That was really simple. Put a little purple butterfly on her head because spring is in the air. And here is the cow. He is so cute. So I put a darker bronze over the gold to tone that down. Put a bunch in the ears along with some brown marker from the horns and the feet. Painted the carrot and the hat. So he's cute, and then put a butterfly on the top in blue as well. So I just put some spring colors on his hat. I actually didn't want the hat black, but I forgot after I already started painting it. I really wanted some spring colors for the hat, but I didn't want to try to have to get all the black off. So I left it black. A little bit of black in his nose. So you don't have any eyes to worry about on this kind of animal. So that's really simple. And that is all of them, guys. That is everything for today. I did get the glitters in. I don't know if they ran out or not, but these are the glitters in from Rolio that are free with your orders. So I don't know if they're still giving them free with orders, but they sent me 4 of their colors. I guess they have dozens of colors, so I don't know which one you're gonna get, but they are sending free glitters with orders, so we'll have to check these out pretty soon. They are not for sale. You can't buy them. They're just free gifts. Eventually they will be selling glitter, but not right now. Okay, stick around for those photos, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a blessed day. Bye!
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of